The Lakers trusted their future with LeBron. LeBron trusts his future with the Lakers. Nobody seems to really be enjoying the direction that has gone in. Apparently, the Warriors called the Lakers about perhaps trading for LeBron. The Lakers ran it by LeBron. LeBron said no. And I just want to know who decided to make sure that we knew that this was happening. Who's snitching?
I have no idea, but I was watching. What game was I watching last night? Anyway, I was watching somebody play. Oh, it might have been the Cavs. Yeah, the Cavs and the Bulls last night. And I think Richard Jefferson, or no. Anyway, Jorge Sedano was like recapping the whole thing. And listening to him recap it, it was important to him to say that Rob Pelinka had a good joke, essentially, because he said that Daryl Morey called Rob Pelinka and said, "Is LeBron available?" And he was involved in this also. And Rob Pelinka said back, "Is Embiid available?" Like, I feel like you only tell that if you the one telling that. So I have no real evidence, but like, ain't nobody else making sure that you get your good zinger in there except for you. I don't think that Daryl Morey wanted the zinger in there. If it's just a two-person phone conversation, only two people could be in there.
Well, I feel like in that one, the story is out, and then George goes and asks Pelinka about it. And Pelinka's like, yeah, well, I said to him, bop, 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 and then we go from there, right? Like, I can't tell who's really served by this, by putting this out there. Like, is LeBron served by it, by letting everybody know I could have got out of here, but I decided not to, and I decided to stay? I feel like it doesn't serve the Warriors because basically anybody not named Steph Curry was available in this hypothetical trade.
I mean, it feels like Klay Thompson is the obvious one to go back to, well, not back to, but to the team that his dad played for. But Klay Thompson is not something to build around. It's Klay Thompson and some picks, I guess, and Kuminga or something else. But anyway, is it possible that it goes above all of that and that it was immediately after the Super Bowl and the NBA trying to remind everybody that they here? Now it's time to pay attention, that they like, all right, we need something that ain't going to actually hurt nobody. It ain't too salacious, but it is going to lead all the shows and get people talking about basketball again. Because that's all it did. Because nobody's hurt by this. Nobody has gained anything by this. It just was like a weird, fun story to make people look up that involved all the biggest names and important players.
Yeah, I think you got it. Like, I think you are correct on that. That maybe is the way to go on it. Wow, what a time, man. Because both them teams stink.
Yeah.
That's the thing that gets me is I'm not certain that if you put Steph on these Lakers, I think you might have a chance to make something happen. You put LeBron on those Warriors, I'm not sure. I mean, they'd obviously be better, right? But I'm not sure. Does that make them a championship contender?
Pretty regularly, I'll listen to the Joe Budden podcast, and then they touch on sports. When I listen to them talk about music or other things, like, I feel informed. They touch on sports as somebody who's in sports. I'm like, all right, this obviously ain't for me. So I recognize that when I start talking about basketball. So take with a grain of salt what I'm going to say. LeBron, as versatile a player he is, I don't think he fits everywhere. And to get the best version of LeBron, I think Steph probably, because of his shooting ability, you may not get the best version of Steph anywhere, but he fits everywhere. And I'm not arguing that the Warriors get worse with LeBron, but I'm not sure that they get better with LeBron. Like, have we seen a version of LeBron in an offense like that? No, that offense has been really effective. Maybe they changed it up. I guess most realistically, the position that LeBron can play in that offense is the Draymond position. Can LeBron be a better version of Draymond? And if so, how much better does that actually make them? You know, because it's subtracting Draymond. It's not completely additive, because you can't have, if you're going to put LeBron in a Draymond position, like, they got room for one dude who can't shoot. Great. And a dude who's big and can defend everybody on the other end and also passes really well. I imagine that Steve Kerr is smart enough to think of something else that'll work out, but I have not seen LeBron in that situation. The best version of LeBron is he is the fulcrum. He's the facilitator. Surround him with shooters who are willing to play defense and knock down shots. That's LeBron. Relegating Steph Curry to being that seems like a downgrade offensively, and putting Draymond on the bench for LeBron also feels like maybe you get slightly better, but not that much better. You're not using LeBron's ability. So yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but it don't seem like a great fit.
Also, at some point, it's going to look like, you seen Dave Chappelle Block Party when Erykah Badu and Jill Scott are singing "You Got Me" together. and that ain't harmony, baby. That's a contest.
Exactly.
All right. like it's gonna be that. It feel like it's gonna be that.
Yeah, absolutely. I imagine LeBron now with the ball in his hands in clutch situations seems, but yeah, it's not even in clutch situations as much as it's back and forth. Who's
in charge?
Yeah, who's in charge? Who's gonna take control? And I mean, Chris Paul is someone who's traditionally been covered. I guess he's the example because as a true point guard, it seems similar to what LeBron likes to do. He's the example of fitting
but he has had to humble himself in a way that LeBron has not, right? Like Chris Paul's had to come to terms with the calendar in a way that LeBron is not.
It takes several stops for that to happen, and Chris Paul has been on all them stops, and now he's like, oh, okay, let me go ahead and steal me some minutes here and there and hopefully be in a championship.
Prize Picks is the most fun you can have by winning up to 25 times your money. And with football season over, you can still win money with basketball and hockey. You just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projected stats, and place your entry. You can pick combo projections across multiple sports from the Specials League, a league created specifically for combo projections that includes 2 or more players from different sports or leagues. Prize Picks is really simple to play. You can make your picks and submit your entry in less than 60 seconds. And if you stick around for the end of the show, you'll get to hear some picks from our producer, Sean, that can either help you win or make you fail miserably. So make sure you go to prizepicks.com/Bomani and use code Bomani for a first deposit match up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/Bomani. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Experiences are what people love the most about travel. I recently went to Toronto to experience the city, eat good food, check out Niagara Falls. Now, as somebody who loves to travel and explore new places, Viator has been the perfect app for me. Viator is a website and app where you can book travel experiences like museum tours or restaurant experiences. They offer everything from simple tours to extreme adventures. With over 300,000 bookable experiences in 190 countries, there's something for everyone. Plus, Viator's travel experiences have millions of real traveler reviews, so you have the information you need to book the best activities for your trip. When you book a travel experience with Viator, there's always flexibility and support with free cancellation, payment options, and 24/7 service. Download the Viator app now and use code Viator10 for 10% off your first booking in the app. One app, over 300,000 travel experiences you'll remember. Do more with Viator.